My name is Kevin Meckler and I'm the corporate relations lead for Longhorn Racing. I essentially build and maintain the relationships that we have with our corporate partners who allow us to build race cars. I also work on the electronic control systems of the electric vehicle.
And so I'm on the solar vehicle team and on the officer board, so I'm a mechanical engineering major. On the solar vehicle team, I've been working a lot this year doing manufacturing and working with the body, and on the officer board, I am the events coordinator.
I'm Benji. I'm the dynamics lead, so I'm in charge of suspension, steering, and braking assemblies on the car. I have a team of about 20 student engineers underneath me, and they're from ranges of freshmen to some graduate students.
3, 2, 1. There they are.
Longhorn Racing is a collaborative group of 3 different design teams. You have the internal combustion team, the electric team, and the solar car team, and they all kind of create vehicles which are a chance for them to practice the engineering skills that they learn in the classroom and gain some real hands-on experience, make some lifelong friendships, and prepare for a professional career.
We have some loose faculty sponsorship, but we're largely organized and managed by the students. We're about 150 strong. The electric team, which I'm a part of, has about 60 members. We've been a team for 3 years. We've competed last year and will be our second completed car this year. It's an awesome time to meet other engineers, get involved with great companies like BOXX here in Austin. When we go up to Lincoln in the summer, we get exposure to a lot of automotive companies, and for people who are interested in engineering industry, this is really the best real life experience they can get in the university.
We reached out to BOXX and asked, we told them that we were using our laptops to build these incredibly complex models of our cars and doing simulations, and that just wasn't cutting it. And BOXX was super receptive, super enthusiastic about getting on board with our team. And y'all sent us some amazing computers, some workstations for us to use to work on those models, the CAD models and simulations. And since then we've been able to really look at our own assemblies in ways that we couldn't before on our own personal computers, develop some incredible renders that we've been using for our own our media, as well as our structural and tests that we've been doing for our cars.
So I've done a lot of work doing really high quality renders and simulations in ANSYS on these workstations, and they are incredibly powerful, much more than my regular laptop. And they've been really useful to have. I think even if I'm not able to be in the office on the workstation, I can just remote into it from my laptop, and it makes my life a lot easier.
It's amazing because I was just watching my roommate last night doing a rendering in SOLIDWORKS, and it took a half an hour, and I know for a fact that if we did that on the BOXX, we could have done that in maybe 2 minutes, maximum, and just felt like we were like cavemen trying to operate using stones instead of a computer.
So before then, we've been using our personal laptops to run our simulations, to construct our CAD models, to do our programming, and they're really limited by portability and life and price. And so whenever we were gifted the BOXX workstations, it opened up a whole new world. Our full vehicle assembly is 5,630 components in SolidWorks, and when we're able to open it right up and do what we need to do, we can make a render of it. We can check clearances. We've got a dynamic model, so we're able to see, okay, in roll, does our suspension intersect with our chassis or some of the wheel components? And when we were using our personal laptops, that process could take 60 seconds per rebuild. And so whenever we're able to do it instantly on the BOXX workstation, it's absolutely fantastic. In the simulation world, we've got ANSYS loaded on our computers, and so when it's on our personal computers, we're limited to coarse mesh, static simulations, typically in the linear regime, and very coarse CFD work that will leave our laptop plugged in all night. It takes up our battery, takes up our processing power, it really limits your ability to do schoolwork. But with the BOXX workstation, we're able to load up a huge simulation. We can do very fine meshing. We can, have a dedicated machine running CFD for many hours at a time, and it's not a burden on our computers, and it's doing great work for the team. We're able to do, convergence analysis and not have to worry about, oh, I can't close my laptop and go to class because the simulation is going to stop.
So in order to reach people, to get them enthusiastic about our cars, we needed to make that really approachable. And the best way to do that is a really pretty picture of a car. And so taking our full 4,000 component assembly, and then making a gorgeous rendering with all of our bodywork, the color scheme, the logos, all of it on our car, and then exporting that even before the car is finished. That allowed us to have some really great sneak peeks of not only what our car was going to look like, but also just the caliber of work that we do as a team, and get other people involved also through that. I'm really confident because last year our electric vehicle, it wasn't able to race a competition because it wasn't completely waterproof, and this year our enclosures and our design as a whole is just so much more solid than last year. The people involved are like the smartest people I've ever met.
Personally, I would really like to I'm kind of all over. I like to design, manufacture, like simulations. I like to kind of get a hand in everything. Right now, the automotive industry interests me, but I'm also really interested in doing like aerospace type projects.
I'd like to go into the automotive or aerospace sectors. I'll be working at General Motors in the summer. I'd like to do something similar to that in the design field for a while. As far as the people on our team, a lot of them, just because we're working on a car doesn't mean they're going into the automotive industry. A lot of them are working in aerospace. A lot of them are going to do, semiconductors. They're going to do robotics.
I want to do research and development in the tech industry somewhere. I'd like to maybe do engineering management as like end game, but for now I just want to build some really cool stuff in the electrical engineering world.
Wherever I go, I'm going to be using BOXX.
Yeah, wherever I go, like whatever I do, I think I'll be using a BOXX workstation.
BOXX rocks.
Hook 'em.
Hook 'em horns.
Hook 'em BOXX.
BOXX rocks. Y'all have a logo like a BOXX rocks.